Did you really believe that lie? You know what I'm talking about, the one that slipped into your ears, rested on your mind, seeped into your heart and made you cry? Your enemy's been watching you. He saw you heading toward the narrow path and immediately started blocking you. Your ignorance of the truth is the only thing stopping you. Did you know that who you are scares him? So every time you take a step of faith, it sends him into a panic attack. When your foot hits the ground confidently, he has to reach into his bag of alternative facts, opposite of the truth. What he says has absolutely nothing to do with you. So I ask again, did you really believe that lie? The devil serves you a meal of deceit on a platter, the appetizer being a bowl of you don't matter, followed by fear soup or doubt salad. And of course, the main course, you're not good enough, comes with 3 sides. You can't do it, it's too tough, and you might as well give up. And then for dessert, a pie filled with your words are powerless, so keep your mouth shut. And then he expects you to wash it down with a tall glass of you'll always be all alone because you're just too much. But it's all wrong. Don't eat that mess. Get up from the table. You think you know who you are, but you're reading the wrong menu and ingredient labels. The chef I know will feed you what you need. Oh, taste and see the goodness of who he's made you. Let him save you, for he gave you a true image, greater than the one you've been grazing. If you were eating what he was feeding, you know really you're amazing and the devil's just hating. Why? Because he knows you have influence, the ability to impact lives and bring change for God's glory. So think it not strange when he makes an attempt to rearrange the story. Why? Because he knows you're called to mentor. There's someone out there in need of guidance and care, a young one you've been sent for. Therefore, a life of isolation and minimal communication, that's not the life you're meant for. Why? Because God desires for you to live a life of accountability, but the enemy, he tries to take it and bake it in humility, leaving you feeling guilty and afraid to confront the truth. That person that God sent's not trying to judge, they just want what's best for you. God has a standard he holds you to, and he gives you the grace needed to be there for others like they've been there for you. This is why gathering in unity is the best thing we can do. Whether there's 2 or more, God will be sure to come through with a fresh anointing, a holy fire, igniting our hearts, joined by one desire. But the enemy, prince of all liars, he makes it his business to try and divide us. Why? Because he knows we have the power to encourage each other. So he sprinkles his bitter seeds of jealousy and hate on the plates of sisters and brothers, children of God's kingdom, acting more like enemies than lovers of one another. But his schemes and tricks will no longer be your supper. Why? Because you will refuse to consume any meal he tries to offer. You will only feast on the true image prepared by your loving Father.